Dubai Department of Tourism and Commerce Marketing says that Dubai has welcomed 7.5 million visitors last year, over 6.9 million from 2007. Tourism revenues last year reached 15.26 billion dirhams, up 15% from the previous year. Now the aim is to have 10 million tourists next year and 15 million by 2015. Well, on day one of the Arabian travel market, experts in the field are looking at ways to maximise travel and tourism potential in this region and reach the amazing opportunities out there. With us on the line now from Dubai International Exhibition and Conference Centre is Gemma Greenwood, who is Senior Editor for Travel and Hospitality Group at ITP. Gemma, thanks a lot for coming on Inside Business. Good to see you. Let me first of all ask you, how is this 16th edition of the ATM different from all the rest that you think have gone before?
Okay, well, I think this edition of ATM is particularly important because obviously the world is going through quite a difficult time and that's impacting the travel and tourism industry. So I think more than ever it's very important that the travel industry comes here together to talk about business, to talk about improving travel and tourism and to make sure that we remain upbeat during this difficult time.
Is this year's ATM being watched more closely than usual for attendance and signs of hopeful prosperity and confidence in the travel and tourism sector here?
I think definitely people will scrutinise this particular edition of ATM because, as I said, we are going through a difficult period and people want to know that the business is still there. People will be looking for visitor numbers. A lot of people have invested time, money and effort into this exhibition, so they're very keen to see who's going to be passing through the doors. But I think most people are pretty confident that it will be as big as ever, if not bigger.
What sector of travel and tourism do you think is being most robust when it comes to the current economic downturn?
Well, I think what's very interesting is that we still have a very strong outbound leisure market here, which actually stands us in very good stead because we've seen a lot of new people, a lot of new countries come and exhibit at ATM this year. For example, I'm standing next to Cambodia. It's their first year here. So the world is really turning to the GCC market as a source market for their country. People here haven't been affected by the financial crisis perhaps as they have in other regions of the world. And so we're seeing people still travelling, people are still planning holidays, probably a little bit later than they would have been. There's very much a wait and see attitude. But I think, yes, everybody's looking to this market for leisure business this summer.
Now, the global airline industry is having a rough time, although the regional carriers seem to be coping pretty well. What's being said around the ATM about this?
Well, I think it's very positive actually. I've just interviewed Paul Griffiths, the CEO of Dubai Airports, and he said that they're really one of the only airports worldwide here in Dubai that's actually seen passenger growth for the first quarter of this year. Now that's pretty amazing when you think Dubai has set itself up as such a hub. We're seeing, and that a lot of that's been driven by Emirates Airline, which is still expanding, be it at a maybe slightly slower pace, still more flights, more capacity. And what we have seen as well, the global aviation industry may be slowing down, but regional carriers are still growing. We've seen new routes to Greece, for example, come online quite recently.
Now, Gemma, Dubai as a tourist destination, do you think the projected target of 10 million visitors by 2010 and 15 million by 2015 is achievable?
I think it's definitely achievable because when you look at what's happened so far this year, I think in January people were panicking a little bit and wondering how we were going to fill rooms, but they really didn't need to panic because although occupancies have softened slightly, from the hoteliers that I've spoken to, they're actually doing pretty well, and a lot of them are still seeing occupancies in the 90s, and that's very good. I was speaking to Gerald Lawless from the Jumeirah Group on Saturday, and he said he was very confident of achieving probably around 80 to 85% occupancy during the summer months, which generally is one of our weaker periods.
Now, Dubai is seen as a five-star luxury destination. But will we now see more budget hotels and packages become available? And is this a good thing, do you think?
Dubai's very much been known as a luxury destination, which is great, but the government has realised that you need to cater to all sectors of the market, and we're seeing a lot of new players come in. I think Accor, which has the Ibis brand and several others, is definitely making big moves in this market. We heard at the Arabian Hotel Investment Conference this weekend. So we'll see a lot of those hotels rolled out. We've also got a lot more Holiday Inn and Holiday Inn Express properties, and Premier Inn too from the UK has started opening up. So these low cost or no frills, limited service, whatever you want to call them, they're starting to crop up, and they're encouraging a new breed of traveller to come to Dubai, and maybe people that have come here before, it makes it more affordable for them, whether on business or leisure travel.
Now, the Arabian travel market has always shown off some amazing groundbreaking stands. I know in previous years Emirates, Etihad and even Abu Dhabi tourism has always made their mark. What about this year? What's caught your eye so far?
Well, I think, to be honest, they all catch my eye. I mean, I've only just been buzzing around doing interviews this morning, but I think what's great to see is that really the names of all the countries are really standing out and making you excited. If you're a passionate traveller like myself, you just see all these names and lights and you think, wow, I want to go here and I want to go there. And I think all of the stands have done a fantastic job. Emirates, of course, has the giant globe, which is always a standout feature. So that's one of the big ones. But, I'd be hard pushed to pick one. I think they've all done a fantastic job.
Now, Gemma, what have delegates you've spoken to been saying about the ATM this year? And how would you describe the current mood?
Well, I describe the current mood as very upbeat. People are very excited about being here and excited about doing business. And I think we're getting very similar feedback to other trade shows that have happened this year, and that people are here to do serious business this year. It's not about PR, it's not about chit-chat and networking. Of course, those things are important, but they're actually here to sign deals, to get people travelling, to get some good promotional offers out in the market so we can stimulate demand and get people travelling all over the world, particularly this summer.
All right, well, that's where we'll leave it for now. Gemma Greenwood from ITP, many thanks once again for your time.
Thank you, Greg.
Well, that's it for this edition of Inside Business. You can contact the programme by writing to us directly. The address is ib@city7tv.com. You can also follow what's happening on the programme via Twitter. It's @inside_business. For now, from all of us on the team, goodbye, and we'll see you again soon.